What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks so much for being here, for being subscribed if you are. If you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening to this on YouTube while you're at it, hit that like button. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. We just want to go ahead and brighten up the place. So let's get into this conversation/reality chat. And guys, I wanted to share this story, and some of you may say, well, that's not credible because it's from Media Takeout. Listen, I get it. Media Takeout, they can be messy. They can be like the Inquirer. But as you know, just like the Inquirer, some things in it may not be 100% accurate, credible, and some of it just may be downright funny, but it doesn't mean that everything in it is a lie. And this story, because I've said before, where there's smoke, there's fire. When it came to the rumors about Monique Samuels, which I don't know if she's going to keep her name. She strikes me as a type that will, because it benefits her. Just being honest. I felt that there was some accuracy and some truth to the rumors about her possibly being unfaithful, because when that stuff came out when she was on The Real Housewives of Potomac with her now former best friend at that, I believe her name was Gigi, and she was sharing some information about Monique, about her getting too close to comfort with the personal trainer. And I didn't think, even though there are some people who call themselves friends that may have a falling out and there may be some jealousy there and whatever and stuff like that. This woman was allegedly her best friend and friends with her for years before she got on The Real Housewives of Potomac. So I know that I believe there was some information saying that she was trying to get on the show, and she was reaching out to people who were on the show who she knew didn't like Monique and whatever. I don't know about all of that stuff, but Monique was really a bit much. And as the dominoes started to fall and more things started to be revealed about her and about that marriage, it just seems now, being like hindsight is 20/20, like they say, maybe there was some truth to those rumors. So listen, the story for Media Takeout is about Monique Samuels, and it's basically saying that several weeks ago, former Real Housewife of Potomac star Monique Samuels announced that she was divorcing her husband. Now, Media Takeout has confirmed that Monique has reconnected with her personal trainer, whom she was accused of cheating on her husband with. During the 5th season of the Bravo show and on The Real Housewives of Potomac Season 5 reunion, Monique Samuels and her husband, Chris Samuels, confront the other woman about the alleged lies that they claim were being spread about them by members of the cast. Earlier that season, during episode 2, Monique claimed that there were rumors being spread about her and her family by former friend and castmate Charisse Jackson Jordan. In a confessional, Giselle Bryant revealed the rumors. Quote, "The word on the street is Monique and her trainer were a wee bit too close for comfort," Bryant said during a confessional. "Her and the dude were out in public together a lot and were seen, and Big Boy found out, and Charisse has found out." Monique and Chris denied the rumors and claimed that there was absolutely no truth to them. Well, Media Takeout confirmed that over the weekend, Monique began following that same trainer again. Could it just be a coincidence? Now, his name on Instagram is b.forest_, and the name under his profile picture says Brandon_, and it says, "I turn office workers." Monique ain't an office worker. Anyway, "I turn office workers into superheroes. Movement without limits. Train or stretch with me now." And underneath there it says, "Followed by Mrs. Monique Samuels." Now, I wonder if she's going to change her name from Mrs. Monique Samuels, because I guess she's verified on Instagram. I don't know if you can change your name unless, I don't know. Anyway, and then they're showing her profile, and it's showing that he follows her. And he only has 178 followers, and he's following 115. She has 672,000 followers and is following 607. And he just happens to be one of those people that she is following. So listen, is it a coincidence? I don't know. I'm not here to say that something absolutely is going on, but what I did want to say is that she really is making Chris look stupid. And listen, over what I have seen over the years and up to where we are at this point in time, I really felt like he loved her for better or for worse. And that's really what marriage is supposed to be about. I'm not here advocating for them to get back together or to be married, because to be quite honest with you, based on the information that it appears to be, it doesn't look like she deserves him or anyone like him. She, I believe, was playing him. And people can say, well, they were married for a long time. Yeah, people can be with people and play them for a very long time. It doesn't have to be this heist of a relationship where it's almost like a bank heist where they come in, rob the bank, and they're out quickly and swiftly. No, this was something that was almost like someone working at a company and they've been embezzling for years. They were going under the radar. They were working in this company. They were getting accolades and awards and being recognized and was just really looking like the consummate, amazing employee or team member. And then you find out years later that this person was all along siphoning and embezzling and lying and doing all kinds of things like that. And then they already wound up taking the company for millions of dollars. So yeah, they could prosecute, but will they get their money back? Probably not. And that's the way I look at this situation with Chris and Monique. And listen, my husband doesn't watch any of these shows, but I actually asked him if he knew anything about Chris Samuels because he's a big sports person. I am not. He looked him up. He looked him up on some sports thingy. Anyway, he said, yeah, actually, he looks like he was a big time, football player. I don't really know much about him because of the position that he played, so to speak. So he said, but yeah, he's from Alabama. He asked me, he said, where was that chick from? And I said, I think she's from New Jersey. He said, oh, yeah, those chicks like that from those big cities, they find a gump. And he literally said that word. He said they find a gump from like Alabama or some small town in Mississippi or Georgia. They know who to target and they go after people like that. I was like, wow. So you know what? I'm just sharing that information because I just felt like it was somewhat of what I was thinking, but I wasn't necessarily sure because, again, I don't know that much about Chris, but just based on what we were able to see, he did seem like he really loved his wife. He seemed like he did protect her and cover for her in a lot of situations where she was wrong. Like, I do believe that she was driving under the influence of alcohol when that situation happened years ago, seasons ago, but she claimed she fell asleep behind the wheel. Listen, you can be drunk and fall asleep. So, I mean, the two and two definitely can go together. But he covered for her, I believe, in that situation. He covered for her, even though he did say that she was wrong initially when she told him about it wasn't a fight, but the beatdown that she invoked on Candace Dillard Bassett. And still supported her even up and through this point in time where she filed for divorce because he doesn't seem like the type that wanted to be on television, definitely not a reality show. He did that for her because it was something that she wanted. She's always wanted fame. She never was able to get that. She was able to get that because of being married to him. They weren't checking for her. They weren't. She said she was trying to be a rapper before. She spit a few bars on that first episode that she was on of The Real Housewives of Potomac when she was introduced to the cast. And Giselle, which I don't like her either. So it's not even like I'm here siding with Giselle. But for me, I'm always going to be on the side of right. And when Giselle was saying those things in the confessionals, apparently it was not her just making things up. She was sharing what the word on the streets were based on what had been happening. And Monique didn't like it. And even Chris didn't like it. But he was just covering and protecting his wife. I'm not here to say that he was a perfect husband. So don't get that that's what I'm trying to say. Because based on some things that I saw, he did come across to me as a type that may have been a bit controlling in terms of, well, if I want to have 6 kids, then we're going to have 6 kids. We're not going to debate about that because I'm taking very great care of you and our family and the household. So that's what, I want. I'm not saying that there wouldn't be any type of compromise, but I'm just saying that he did in some ways strike me as that. And he could say some things that were inappropriate, as well as he, told her to hush when he was talking and she tried to cut him off. But listen, who doesn't go through stuff like that? Your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend, significant other, you may be getting on their nerves and you tell them to shut up or vice versa, whatever. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying that that's right. But is that a cause for divorce? You know what I'm saying? I felt like the story that Media Takeout shared, there's some truth to it. In my opinion, I do believe that there is some truth to it. I don't know. It hasn't been confirmed, but it is really strange when you think about it, because they said that this is actually the trainer. And I mean, you file for divorce. The divorce isn't even final and you're already following that man again. So could it be that they were still seeing each other? That meditation retreat thing that she was talking about still seems weird to me. Who goes on a meditation retreat to Costa Rica without your children? I'm wondering if the trainer was there with her and they were meditating on some other things, if you get my drift. It almost sounds like Marceau from Love and Marriage Huntsville, where he had to get away and go all the way to Africa by himself because he was just so stressed out. It was just weird. And we don't believe that. We believe that he was cheating on his wife and you went to Africa and you were there with that other woman, because from what was said, he wasn't even having any communication with his wife while he was over there. That is just really, there's no excuse for that. None whatsoever. So I wanted to talk about this story, share my thoughts and opinions, get yours in the comment section. So you let me know what you think. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.